So we're going to go through Matthew 24, and we will be contrasting Matthew 24 with Luke 21 because they are both speaking of the same thing. However, the two writers lay out the information very differently. And personally, I like Luke better because he did a much better job at separating the content of his passage. But Matthew just took everything and literally just plastered it on the page. So you have to know when transitions are happening and what time period that he's referring to. And I've said this a lot, that when you read the prophetic books, the authors sometimes they will speak of current events. They will speak of current events and then they switch into future events. And Matthew 24 is one of those books that is like, I'm going to say it's bad for that. Okay, so let's get reading. Matthew 24. Should I have Luke 21 up? Okay. Jesus left the temple and was going away when his disciples came to point out to him the buildings of the temple. But he answered them, "You see all these, do you not? Truly I say to you, there will not be left here one stone upon another that will not be thrown down." And that is the 70 AD destruction of Jerusalem, when the Romans and surrounding nations came up against Jerusalem and destroyed the temple and took God's people into captivity, slaughtered most of them. And this happened because the Roman Empire was threatened by Jerusalem and the fact that they were against much of the practices of Rome at that time. Rome being a polytheistic nation, and Jerusalem was monotheistic and was standing for the things of the Lord, and Rome didn't like that, so Rome destroyed them. And so that is, so that's the description there. So, carrying on in verse 3, as he sat on the Mount of Olives, the disciples came to him privately, saying, "Tell us, when will these things be, and what will be the sign of your coming and of the end of the age?" So there's three things being asked here. When will these things be? So when will the temple be destroyed? What is the sign of your coming and of the end of the age, this age that we're living in? Okay. And Jesus answered them, "See that no one leads you astray." So see that no one leads you astray. And I love to look up words, even though they're obvious.